My name is RITA, CASSIA, Siqueira. I am 48 years old and I am a pattern maker in women's tailoring. Since when I was very young, I was a very sad girl, a sad child. I couldn't sleep in the night. I was very fearful, afraid of everything. And with the years passing by when I was a teenager, that became much worse. I started to have inferiority complex, became a girl with complex of everything. I had conflicts inside of me. Also with guys, I would be close to somebody, but even though I would feel empty and sad, that's when I started to have a desire to die. It was a time that I took all the medications to take in one time. At that moment, my mother saw and took away from me. If she wouldn't have got there on time, I would have taken all. And it was a second time that I was thinking about to jump myself on the top of a truck. It was a road close to my house, so I wanted to jump there. I had a company of a figure, a black figure, that was always everywhere with me, so that's why I think that I was always afraid. Nothing that I did was with pleasure. At my work, I felt less. I felt like the ugly duck of the family. My mother was also very nervous. I was somebody that I became so angry that she couldn't hold me. I jumped out of the window to go out. At the time, I had the carnival in the streets. I would hide and go. I started to use cigar, drinks, drugs. I just started to do things just like that at the time. Searching, looking for something to give me relief, but nothing would heal me. I had a boyfriend and I had a big deception. I became even worse because I thought with that relationship my life was going to change. I was going to end that sorrow. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna have a family and my emptiness is gonna finish. That's how I thought. It was completely the opposite. It was even worse. I thought, okay, now I have nothing. I had relationship with other people, but I didn't feel good. That's when I thought, I don't want to be with anybody anymore. And I became even more like drinking and smoking, doing whatever I wanted to do. I used to have a friend that we used to go out a lot, and she asked me to go to the Universal Church. And I laughed right on her face and I said, I can go anywhere that you want to take me, but to the Universal Church? No. And she said, let's go, it's good, I'm going. I said no. And I laughed even angry at her. And passed by a few days, I went to her house again, and she said, if you want to stay, you do, but I'm going to the church. And that day, I went there to talk about my sadness. And she spoke to me like that. I said, okay, I'm going. I didn't tell her, but I thought like this, okay, go. Maybe it's my last chance. After that, I'm going to kill myself. And that's how I went to the church, thinking like that. If I find this God there, that people say that he exists, if I don't find him, I'm not going back home. And my friend sat on the front row, and I was there with her, looking at everything and very suspicious. I didn't close my eyes, not even a minute, paying attention to everything that the pastor said. And at the moment of the delivering, I was really afraid, but at the same moment, very attentive and admiring that the assistant, the pastors, was delivering the people, because I never saw that. Where I used to go, they would manifest in a different way. They would tell us what to do. But there no, they had to obey. And in the end of the meeting, the pastor asked the people to go to the front of the altar and said, you that want to give your life to God, come here on the altar. And if you have something with you that represents your life that you want to give to God to call His attention, come here. When I saw, I was already there. I don't know how, because I was very, very shy. I remember that I had a cigar box and I placed on the altar. I didn't pray because I didn't know how to pray. I said, God, if you do exist in that place, help me. Because if you don't help me, Lord, I'm not going back home. I'm going to kill myself. And I went back to my place and I didn't see anything different. Nothing happened. I went home quiet, very quiet. And what I told to God, exactly like that, I don't forget until today. It didn't get out of my head. And I slept. And the day after, when I woke up, I took by the memory. I never slept the whole night. All these years, I didn't know what was to sleep. Because I felt such a sorrow. I'm sorry. I was so afraid to sleep. And I felt that peace. And I said, God, I slept the whole night. And that Saturday, I wanted to go back. I couldn't wait for the time to go back. And I went again. And I was already different after the meeting. I was like another person. The Rita that was revolted was like she was dead. And I didn't do anything for that to happen. The people, with the time passing by, I was going every day with the time, with my friend, without my friend. I was going every day. I changed completely my way of dressing. Was everything natural. I had a change, but I didn't have the assurance that I was born again. So I wanted a confirmation, and I asked God if He was with me. I needed to have that confirmation. So at that day of the night vision, I was getting ready and getting prepared. I wanted to call God's attention somehow. So at that day, I woke up. Today is the night vision I was thinking about. I was working. I would go to the toilet and pray. Prepare me for that day, God. And we went. And I remember the whole time I was looking to the sky and saying that I was going to meet Him, to get to know Him for real. And when the night vision started, I felt already different, such a joy. I felt that I could do anything, a peace, but a joy that I never felt before. Before I felt like I was worthless. And there, I felt like I was the strongest person in the world. I never had desire to kill myself anymore. After that day, who knows me, that is around me, I don't complain about anything. I don't think that thing's going to be on bad way. I think it's going to go on a good way. If somebody's next to me, they will see that it will go away. I got married. I have 2 kids. My house served the Lord. My mother got converted. The Holy Spirit to me, it's my everything. It's the air that I breathe. It's my biggest richness. It's my treasure. I don't trade the Holy Spirit today for nothing and nobody. Not for work, for family, not for any money. The Holy Spirit, it's everything.